Welcome back to the film room. Today we're going to talk about Travis Jones, the former UConn nose tackle, defensive tackle, whatever you want to call him, who went to the Ravens in the third round of this year's draft, pick 76, I believe. And he was projected by some to go first round and by most to go early to mid-second. So he fell a little bit. We're going to look at his game in 2021 against Clemson, where he had a pretty good game, and we're going to see what he can do in both run defense and as a pass rusher. And before we get into it though, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you enjoy, and suggest more prospects down below, as you know, ton more guys to talk about. Obviously can't get to everybody, but I want to get as many as I can before the season. But without any further ado, let's get into the tape. So here's our first rep. There he is. He's 57, nose tackle right there, lined up right over the center. And this is just going to be a nice pass rush. Going to get a QB hit here, and I like this rep. You know, good job just getting into the guy's chest at first, and then ended up, you know, kind of shedding him right towards the end of the rush and being able to get home and get to DJ. He still got the pass completed. Justin Ross, who we just did a video on, check that out if you haven't already as well. But you can see he squares up pretty nicely. I like how he's moving his feet. You can see he can definitely move, and he's going to get this guy outside and then use all that momentum, swipe him back inside, just turn him and get that hit right on DJ. This is a really good move right at the end. I was very, very impressed with this little thing right here, just tossing him and getting to the quarterback. Now here's going to be a run defense play. He's just going to shed really well, and you're going to see that, you know, this is kind of what he does. I like him more as a pass rusher in this game. I didn't see kind of the nose tackle that everybody talked about in his pre-draft process, but I like him a lot as a pass rusher. I like a lot of his potential there. We'll get into more of that later, but you know, this is a good play in run defense. Good shed again. Just really like this one. And he's able to kind of hold on to this running back. You know, this is a tough angle. A lot of guys miss this tackle, but he's going to get a hold of his legs and just hold on and let the rest of his team, you know, get there and finish the play. And this is just a really good thing to see from him, you know, as a run defender and just as an overall player. Now here is going to be our next play. This is going to be just one negative example we're going to do in all these, and you can just see that he can get moved by double teams there. He's not like a, you know, I saw a lot about him being this huge guy that, you know, a lesser Jordan Davis. He's going to get moved a little bit. You're going to see he's going to get pushed all the way out of this play. Not to dwell too much on the negatives, but, you know, it happens. He's not like a crazy lockdown, two-gap run defender. He has his weaknesses. He's not, you know, absolutely huge. I think he's cut down a little bit. Obviously, I mean, he's like a crazy athlete. Like, he's, I don't know, he dropped a lot of weight to play in college, and it's down to like 1% muscle mass, or body fat, 1% body fat, according to like the Draft Network, I think. Now here's our next play. This is going to be a really good bull rush he's going to do in the red zone, and just get right into his chest and push him back. Again, not too much to say, just, you know, look at the tape. You can see what he can do. Ends up being an incompletion, and, you know, just another good example of him pass rushing, which is something I didn't really expect a ton going into his tape, but definitely impressed me a lot with his ability just to always get to the quarterback when he needed to. Again, a lot of the time I don't think he was supposed to. I think he was in contain, but we'll talk a little bit more about that later. Now here's our next play. This is going to be one that's a little more of a small detail, but they're going to be running a stunt here. 55 is going to loop around him right there, and we're going to see what he can do just kind of as the inside guy on the stunt. This other defensive tackle, maybe he's an edge rusher, I'm not sure, but he's going to hold up. But Travis Jones is going to hold up both of these blockers right here and allow this guy to get free, get to the quarterback, and end up forcing a throwaway, errant throw, whatever you want to call it. And this really impressed me. Just as a small thing, I almost didn't even put this play in there at first, but the more I looked at it, I was like, you know, this is something that you like to see, just able to contain both of these guys. He's making contact with both of them for as long as he can. This guy, you know, the center's gonna recognize it right at the last second, but this guy's already passed him, and this is just a really good thing to see from him as a teammate and just as a guy who doesn't always have to make the big play, but he's able to help other guys make it their big plays as well. Now we're gonna see him making a good play, and this is just a really good move combo. I don't even know what to call this. Like, for some reason I've been watching this tape the whole time, and I can't figure out what this first move is called. He's gonna rip after, but this is a really good pass rush, as you're gonna see him kind of use that arm. He's gonna just hit him across the shoulder. Stab is the word that comes to mind, but that doesn't sound right. So if you know what this is called, where he's kind of, you know, swinging this arm across, punching him, and then ripping or swimming after it and getting to the quarterback. Let me know what that's called, because I cannot think of it right now for the life of me. I know what it is, but I just can't get it. He does it a couple times in this game, and it was a really impressive move that he had. But this is a great move. Gets to the quarterback, and still going to be another incompletion. He's not able to get a sack, I don't think, in this game, but forces just a throw into the dirt, and this was just another really great rep from him. Now we're going to see a similar move and it's going to work on the other side, and he's going to get another quarterback hit. And I just love this upside that he's showing as a pass rusher. Against not something I expected to see from him. I thought he was just kind of a run defending nose tackle, which I think is obviously definitely worth a high pick if he's a good one. But because I don't know, I don't believe that, a 2 down or maybe, 2 down with 3 down upside. Like Jordan Davis, people saying that he didn't have positional value. I know nose tackle is not the most valuable position in football, but if you're a guy like Jordan Davis, you have positional value. But again, he's going to do this great move, going to swim over and put this guy in the dirt and then just force another tough throw. But this is actually going to be a ridiculous catch by this guy. We'll watch this play in full. Just want to give credit to this random dude on Clemson that I don't even know. But great rush there from Jones, but this is a really good catch and even gets the foot down. Now here's our next play. This is going to be another play in the red zone where he's going to really show out and get another great rush. And this is just a great show of his speed and explosiveness that I didn't think was really a big part of his game until this play. As most of the tape before this, I thought he was a little bit slow, had good power and flashed good things with his hands, but didn't have a lot of speed or explosiveness. But you're going to see right here, this is a great move. And he's going to just toss this guy to the side, get up and get to the quarterback. Really impressed with this. Forces another errant throw in the red zone, and he's going to get another quarterback hit, and he helps him up. That's what we like to see. Sportsmanship. That's what we're about on this channel. But anyways, this is just another really good move from him, and just showing his diversity in what he can do on the interior, as not just be a one-trick pony. Again, he's going to get out, he's going to jump out to this side very quickly, and then just get a really nice power, and then just toss this guard to the side. It's absolutely nothing. He just gets straight around. I don't know. This is impressive. This is very, very impressive to me. Love that rush, and just another great rep. Now here is our last play. This is going to be the Clemson backups are in. This game is pretty much over, and I was pretty much over with this tape. There was a minute left, and I just assumed it was some backups not doing much. But he's going to get a really good start here. As he's this is a goal line situation. They want to make a stop still. I know the game's probably over. I think they're up by probably 30 at this point, but he gets a great punch into this guard. You can see he just you can see him just push him back completely, and that's just great to force this in the first place. But then he's going to jump over the pile onto the running back, toss him back, and the football comes out, and UConn is able to recover it, get a touchback. Let's look at it from the other angle in just a moment. But look at this. Let's watch this in full speed. The way he jumps over this pile, it's so impressive. I love to see him making that effort, and he gets home and makes this a really, really good play. And on the goal line against Clemson, that's not something that you're expecting to get probably if you're UConn, but Travis Jones is no joke on the interior, and he can make plays like this look pretty easy. But again, he puts this guard all the way back, gets in the running back's way, and then just, I guess he doesn't jump as much as it looked like, but he's just going to bend over, grab this guy, and just throw him into the ground. That cannot be very comfortable for that guy. And then they're going to get the touchback and another great play. So now let's sum it up. And I liked him a lot. He impressed me a lot more again with his pass rushing than I thought he would. And he didn't look super productive on it, or at least super efficient. But I think a lot of the time that he's, quote, pass rushing, he's just the guy in contain. We're not looking at any of those today because they were just usually plays that weren't very exciting and not much fun to talk about. But I think he's, when he's trying to actually rush and he's put in a pass rush situation, he can get home a lot. And I think when he's being asked to, again, I think he can be super productive. Also, he's a really good run defender. Didn't impress me. Again, after watching Jordan Davis, it's hard for anybody to impress you to that same extent. But I thought he was good. I thought he could use some improvement. Maybe, crazy enough, add a little more weight if he's going to play nose. But he's a really good player, and I think falling to the third round was really good value for the Ravens, who picked him up, towards the top. But I think he's going to be really good in Baltimore. I think he fits them pretty well. I think his pass rushing upside is definitely a lot more than I heard people talk about. So I think he has a lot of potential. I think he could definitely develop into a very quality NFL starter. Who knows, maybe more. But that's going to wrap it up for today. Make sure to let me know your thoughts on Travis Jones down below, as well as Ravens fans. Let me know what you think of your draft as a whole. I think I should have multiple videos out on the Ravens draft at this point. Jordan Davis, who I guess went to the Eagles, but I wanted him to go to the Ravens. But a lot of other guys, so make sure you stay tuned for those as well. As definitely we have more coming soon. Make sure to suggest more prospects down below again, and make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Greatly appreciate it, and it would go a long way in supporting this. And thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.